All right, let's talk about a word we hear all the time: consistency. We're told it's the key to pretty much everything, right? But what if the real secret to being consistent is something nobody actually wants to talk about? Let's dive into the uncomfortable truth.
First, let's start with a promise. For people who are truly relentlessly consistent, the success rate isn't 99%, it's 100%. If you stay on the path, you are guaranteed to reach your goal. It's not a guess, it's a certainty.
So that brings us to the big question, doesn't it? If success is guaranteed, what's the secret? What's the one hack or method that unlocks this superpower? Well, here's the first dose of reality. There's no simple hack. In fact, being consistent is one of the most difficult things a person can do. It's not about finding an easier way. It's about preparing yourself for how incredibly hard it's going to be.
So let's really look at that promise, this 100% guarantee. It's real, but it is not free. It comes with a cost, and really understanding that cost is the very first step.
Just let that sink in for a second. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's being presented as a fundamental rule. The path itself guarantees the destination. So you see, the real challenge isn't finding the right path. It's finding the will to stay on it when every single part of you is screaming to quit.
Okay, so why is it so hard to stay on the path? Well, it's because our expectations are completely, totally wrong. We all believe in this myth, this idea of a perfect cycle for how consistency is supposed to work. This is the fantasy loop we all have in our heads. Step 1, you do the hard work. Let's say you go to the gym. Step 2, you see immediate results. Wow, you lost 2 kilos overnight. Step 3, you feel this amazing surge of motivation. So, step 4, you go back and do even more hard work. It's a beautiful, self-perpetuating cycle. We genuinely believe the journey is supposed to feel like this. You know, clean, logical, instantly rewarding. Every step gets a little pat on the back, making the next one feel even easier. But that is a complete and total fantasy. It never, ever works that way. And believing in this fantasy is the #1 reason why so many of us fail. So what does reality actually look like? Well, forget the perfect cycle. The real journey of consistency has a name: the long darkness. And this timeline shows you exactly what that feels like. Day 1 at the gym, no results, just pain and exhaustion. 30 days in, still nothing you can really see in the mirror. You're just sore and your energy is low. By day 45, you're pretty sure you're doing it all wrong. There's just no positive feedback, only effort. And emotionally, it's even worse. The long darkness is just filled with constant negativity. It's waking up totally demotivated. It's that nagging voice in your head telling you this is all pointless. The source material says the urge to quit can hit you hundreds of times a day. It's the feeling of being completely broken. And here's the crucial point. Think about it. If consistency was that easy, rewarding cycle we all dream about, everyone would be doing it. We wouldn't even need to be talking about this. The very difficulty, the darkness, that's what makes it so rare and so valuable. So how on earth do you survive this? The key isn't to fight the darkness or to wait for it to pass. The key is a radical shift in your mindset. You have to learn to accept the struggle. Now this slide, this is the core of the whole thing. Think of your emotional state like a house. On this journey, your permanent home, your default state, is the grind, the doubt, the negativity. And things like joy, motivation, and good results, they're just visitors. They'll stop by for a little while, but they're not staying. Your home is the struggle. See, most people spend all their energy trying to run away from their home of struggle to go chase that visitor of motivation. And that's the mistake. The real skill is to stop trying to escape. It's to learn how to do the work, how to study, how to train while you are feeling demotivated and while you are seeing zero results. The source uses a perfect analogy. Imagine the power goes out at night. You can either sit there in the dark, doing nothing, just waiting for the lights to come back on, or you can accept that it's dark and learn how to function anyway. You have to stop waiting for motivation to strike. You must learn to work in the dark.
And if you can do that, if you can learn to work in the dark and endure the long darkness, something incredible happens. You will eventually reach your day X.
And this isn't some vague, fuzzy idea. It's a real, specific moment that's waiting for you on the other side of all that struggle. It's the payoff you've been working for, even when you couldn't see it coming. And this is what day X is. It's that one day, maybe it's day 60, maybe it's day 90,
When you look in the mirror or you check your results and it's finally there, the change is undeniable. And in that one single moment, every second of pain and doubt becomes totally worth it.
Which brings us all the way back to that final logical question. Okay, I get it, I understand the struggle, I accept the darkness, but what's the method? What is the secret technique to push through all of that and finally make it to day X?
And here it is, the most uncomfortable truth of all. There is no method. There is no formula. No one can give you a 5-step plan to endure it. The only how is to do it. The only technique is to wake up every single day in that dark, uncomfortable home of negativity and self-doubt and just do the work anyway. The journey is the method. And so the real question isn't how to do it. It's simply, will you?